Alright guys, so I got this extra piece from when I cut this out. So I'm gonna be using this for the bottom, I think. For the bottom, because it's a long piece, so the top piece doesn't need to be too long. It's just gonna be from here to here. But this bottom piece is gonna be like from here to here. And it's gonna be curved, so I'm gonna curve this. Something like that. And then make the walls too. I'll have some extra. I could use that for like reinforcement inside of the plane or something. So let's get started on that. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out the side profile. And also, since the V22 Osprey is just straight, like if you look at this from the top, it's just straight like this. It doesn't curve in or nothing like that. It's just straight, so really simple to make, I think. So it should be easy. So what I'm gonna do is I will cut out this little template so I can trace this on a piece of foam board, and I'll have the exact shape I need to curve the pieces to. So let me make a straight cut. So what I made, the center is from this point forward, so I'm gonna cut at this point, and this will be the center line. I'll try to make it as square as possible. So yeah, there we go. Somewhere about there. And then boom, this. So basically, I've already made this from here to back. I also need to make the front, which is where I'm gonna make the hatch so I can put the battery in and stuff. But right now, I'm gonna be making this. The tail, the rudder part, really easy. I'm just gonna make it out of one flat sheet to keep everything light. Also, since I'm not gonna make rudders, I'm just gonna make it a flat piece. So yeah. So now let's get started on cutting this out. So now I'm gonna cut out the rudder shape because we don't need that right now. We're gonna take that for later. So this should be pretty easy. Where do I need a ruler? With these guys, let me get my ruler. So now I'm gonna cut out the rudder shape because we don't need that right now. We're gonna take that for later. So this should be pretty easy. Where do I need a ruler? With these guys, let me get my ruler. Alright guys, so found my ruler. Now I'm gonna cut it out. So what I need a sheet of foam board. Not this one, because I'm not gonna use this for the bottom piece that's gonna curve up, but I'm gonna grab a new sheet of foam board. This will be what I'll be using. So let's get this template. Oh, actually, I need to cut out the rudder shape first. So let me do that. So right about there. And then another cut right here. And then this should just come off, I think. Yep. So that's the rudder. I'll cut that out separately. Besides that, nothing else to do except make this. So let me look at another diagram with a different angle, because I know this doesn't end right here. It goes farther back because the elevator's there too, but I'll make the elevator separate. So let's see. Alright guys, so I've looked at a diagram and I found out that it actually goes from here all the way back to the rudder. If you see right there, from the rudder all the way back, it ends, because the elevator, this whole part's the elevator. So I'm gonna just sketch out what I think it would look like. Let me put the rudder back on so I can mark. I also taped out another piece of paper. Ooh, I'm gonna need to tape another piece of paper, guys. It's very long, this rear end. So Put another piece of tape right here. Now, let's just re-put the rudder on. And just put a dot right there. And you see? Well, it actually ends right on where the second piece ends. Or the first piece. Alright, so I'm just gonna assume that this goes straight back. This bottom piece. So this might not be scaled, but it's just how I'm gonna do it. So I think that looks about straight. Right about there. So boom. And then this top, if this just goes straight back like this, that is way too thick to be an elevator. So I'm gonna adjust that probably, because if you look at the actual thing, it goes back down a little bit. So I'm gonna make the elevator about this thick probably. So I need to somehow make this go down. So let me sketch out something like this. Alright guys, so I sketched it out a little bit. This is what I think I'm gonna do. So you see, I just extended this out back, and then I went up, but a little less up than it would, but I made it go back down. So yeah, let me cut that out now. In the fall, I'm gonna do 2 for each side, and then I'll glue it onto the back of this. So I'll glue each side like this backwards, and then I'm gonna have to curve the top and bottom piece up like that. Also guys, I just finished printing out 2 of the pieces for the motor tilting mechanism, which is pretty cool, but that's for a later part of this series. So stay tuned for that. It's not out yet, but it will be out in a little bit. But right now, let's finish doing this rear fuselage, guys. So get the extra piece of foam board right here that I got, as y'all can see. And let me move y'all back a little so y'all can see more. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm just gonna probably, I don't think this is enough. Yeah, no, I'm gonna cut it out this way, right here. And so if the fuselage is this tall, the top line is actually the line I'm gonna be cutting out from, but that's gonna be kind of weird. But it's gonna go down and then back up. So wait a second, this is tricky. This is weird. Because if I put this, I line this up right here. That top line is the one that's actually gonna be there. So let me adjust that a little bit. So going from up here, ooh, I could just draw a straight line from here to here, guys. Y'all see that? Straight line from here to here, but do I want to do that? I don't think so. Actually, let me see. If I draw a straight line, that's how it would look. It'll be straight line. The bottom will curve up, but this line's gonna go up. Oh, actually no, it's just gonna go down. I guess I'll do that. I can change it later if I want to though, since I'm adding stuff, not removing. So let me go ahead and get this tape down. The fuselage, to the foam board, so I can cut it out exactly how I need it. So I'm gonna line that up with this edge, because this edge is straight, because this is factory. And then yeah, just like that. Put a little piece of tape down here to hold that down, and put another one over here probably. Alright, I'm gonna start cutting it out. So got the homeboy right here, and since most of these lines are just straight, I can just use my ruler to guide me to cut them out nice and straight. Make sure nothing is crooked, you know, guys. We don't want nothing crooked around here, or do we now? Yep, so just like this, all the way to back here. So just like that, we make a cut, and that cut is super straight. But the rest of these lines, and then I can cut this line out. This line should be straight. Wait a second, but this is where the elevator is gonna be. So I think I'll cut it. I'll cut the top out. I'll cut the top off of that. So that since I'm making the elevator separate, I need to make a space for it to sit. But anyways, cutting this curved piece out. Just like that. So, like I said, I'll cut this top piece out. Well, I mean, it depends how big the elevator is. I think the elevator is from here to here, so I'm gonna need to chop this whole space out. But I'm gonna leave a little bit of space, because we want something for the elevator to sit on top of. So something like this probably. It's gonna be like 2 layers thick, so you want this to curve up, or oh no, cut it too much. It's too late now. It's too late now, guys. Oh, we can take the template out. I don't need it. And then we could just take this template out and just trace it again. Oh my god, that piece is so thin. I feel like it's just gonna break. It did break. Oh no. How am I gonna do the elevator? It has nothing to sit on top. Top up. So if you see, this is where the elevator is supposed to be, but obviously this little dinky thing is not gonna hold it. So yeah, I think I messed up. But if you look at it, the template just matches up right there. Side profile view of it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put like some sort of reinforcement inside of it to hold the elevator. Or maybe I should have just cut this out. Oh, yeah, I messed up. Cause I thought this would be blocking the elevator, but no, this is actually gonna hold it in from the side. I forgot this is the side. I thought this was gonna be like in the middle. Oh my god, guys. Oopsies. Oh well, I can cut this back out if I want to, but oh yeah, this is not good. How about we go ahead and cut out the other side like this. So we'll be going from like there to here. So let me get a pen, or actually I can use this marker. Trace this out. And make a copy. And this goes all the way down. Boom. And boom, and then I need to get my template so I can copy this. This just goes like a little curve down. Let me get this little piece out of here. Really, this is the only thing I need on here. So that's that. So it didn't pop through, but I can at least see what it was like. There you go. Okay, so let me cut that out. Where'd the cap for my pen go? I lost it. Okay. I don't want to waste all of this, so I think I'm gonna just cut out another piece like this. Make this flat. Cut out the rest of this again. And like make it double side thick. And maybe that reinforce it. But the elevator's gonna be holding it anyway, so doesn't need to be super strong. Let me cut this straight line out. Cut this straight line out, and then the curve. Just like that. Cut this curve out. Just like that. This is some scrap. I mean, we can use it for reinforcements or something. And let's cut this last piece out. And then boom, there's the other one. So let me, on the other one, I'm gonna like chop this, make a replica of this part, glue it onto the end of that. Okay guys, so now I just finished the replacement of this. As you can see, this is supposed to be right there, but kinda accidentally cut it. This is what it's supposed to look like, as y'all can see right there. So basically what these pieces are for is we take the fuselage middle section of it, and we can put these on the side like this, and that will create the rear section. So this is gonna be a really long plane. I don't know why it's so long, but they designed it like that, so I can't really do anything about that. So I'll go ahead and glue these sides onto here. Well, actually first I need to glue this onto here, like that. So I got the hot glue gun heated up already, so I can do that. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on here, just like this. That should be enough. And it should go on here just like that. So I'm just gonna put it, and then let me get that all that glue in there. So yeah, that should just dry up, and then the piece should be just like how it should have been. Okay, so now that the glue has dried, I'm gonna take off the paper off of one side so I can save weight, cause this plane is getting really big, so I want it to be as light as possible so we don't have to use too much throttle during the hover with this. So taking off the paper just like that. So now we saved weight on one side. I'm gonna keep it on the outside so that it's nice and strong. But as you can see, it's kind of curved like this. But once we put the reinforcements inside, it should straighten that piece back out. So I'm gonna do the same thing to this one. Oh, I got lucky. I forgot that you need to take off a specific side, cause actually no, it doesn't matter. But this is gonna be the left side now, since the right side of it, the paper is off. So on this one, I need to take off the left side of the paper. So I'm gonna take off this side. It's just ripping apart. Oh my goodness. There we go. And then off of this little piece that I had to reattach, cause I accidentally cut it off wrong. So just getting these last little bits of paper off. This one really doesn't want to come out. That's fine. Get rid of the scrap paper. So now we just need to do these onto the fuselage, just like this on the sides. And then the other piece I have extra of foam board with one side taken off is what's gonna be curved up on the bottom like that. So let's get to that. So the hot glue gun is still hot. So let's apply some glue. So let's do the left side first. Alright. So I'm gonna stand this up so I can get a better look at this. I'm gonna lift the camera up. So it's just gonna go on here just like this. And I wanna make it as even as possible, so yeah. Alright, that's on there. Now let me do this side. Let me lift y'all up a little bit. I don't think y'all be able to see still though. Actually, yeah, y'all can. Alright, so let me get a close-up shot right here. So let me put glue on this. Okay. And then we're gonna glue it on just like that. Whoa. And I want to make this pretty much even with the other one. So we don't want one side higher than the other, so I'm just gonna hold this a little bit. Glue should start drying. And then just like that, we got the tail section done. That is really tall, guys. Look at that. Goes all the way down there. And then we're gonna go all the way up. And it's still going all the way up there. So like, the proportions of this plane is really weird, guys. The fuselage is so long, yet it has like really small wings for some reason. I don't know why they designed it like that. But let's let that dry completely, and then we'll get onto the curving of the bottom part. This part right here that curves on the bottom, because the top part is pretty easy. It's almost just flat. It's almost just flat, as you can see. It's just flat, and then it curves down a little bit where the elevator will be. So I think I might need another extension for the elevator servo. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think so. Let's see. Get the elevator servo. For the elevator, I'll be using one of these little 9-gram servos, Metal Gear 9-gram servos. MG90S Metal Gear. I don't like the plastic gear ones because like they strip really easily. I had them one time before and they failed mid-air and it almost made me crash on like P51. So I use Metal Gear servos now for everything because they won't strip. But let's just connect this into here. And then, yeah, we have enough. I don't think I need another extension. Elevator's gonna be right here, so. Also, since the elevator's inside, like, it has the. Let's pretend this is the rudder. The rudder's like right here. We can't put the elevator servo on the outside like this, or on the inside. It's gonna have to be on top, like this, probably. And then I'll put my little linkish thingy. Or actually I might do on the bottom so y'all see it from the top. But if I do on the bottom, it might have to be like angled like this because the bottom is angled. Unless I put it closer, so yeah, I'll probably do that. On the bottom, like right here, somewhere around here. But besides that, let's get to doing the bottom part. So keep that servo there. So I need to get this piece of foam board. Has one side of the paper taken off already. So this is gonna go on here like this. Oh, it's a little too wide. Let me mark how much I need to cut off. Need to cut about right there. So I think that piece is too long right now, so I'm gonna cut it down later, probably. Let me plug in the hot glue gun so it'll be ready by the time I'm done. But let's cut this piece of foam to the right width. So right about there, I need to cut it. Alright. It's about, I'd say 10 millimeters I'm cutting. So there we go. Now we have trimmed it to the right width. So it'll fit on here exactly. I hope so. Yeah, there we go. So I just need to, let me get a little support bar right here. I can cut it out of this probably because this is too long. So let me cut out a little bit so I can use it to support the width of this, because since I took the paper off of the inside of these, they want to curve in, but I'm gonna put this in there. Or actually I have to cut it off a little bit because this is the outside width, so I'll just cut off about 5 millimeters off each side. And then this will be the true width. So I'm gonna put this probably like this. I think is good. If y'all can see. Right there. Now these two sides are straight and they're not curved in. But I need to glue that. So let me get the glue. Hot glue gun. Put a little bit of hot glue on that. So I'm gonna keep the paper on there. Well, it only has paper on one side. But I'll keep it on the one side that it has, because super little weight saving will be doing if I took it off. But also will be losing structural integrity. So let me get this off of the cardboard because I don't want it to stick. I'm gonna be putting this right on the bottom. Because this will also help when I am forming the top side. It will help. This little flimsy parts at the end, that doesn't really matter too much because I'm gonna put the elevator in between here anyways. So now I'm gonna let that dry so then I can put this on the bottom. I'm about to curve it to the specific shape, which won't be easy, but I think I can do it. Pretty sure I'll be able to do it. Alright guys, so let me get the glue on there so I can put this onto there. I'm gonna put glue down these edges. Enough glue, we don't want too much because then that will make the plane heavier. And I'm only putting to there because I'm gonna put the elevator later, so. Put it on just like that, and then let's curve this surface. Curve in it until right about here. It needs to crease, and it creased by itself, so. I'm just gonna hold it there. Oh no. Oh wow. I don't know if y'all can see there's a gap up there. But I can fill that in with a piece of foam. That's gonna be on the bottom, so it doesn't really matter about the looks. And this crease has made itself already here. So I'm just gonna hold this pressure for a little bit so the glue can dry. Alright, so now that that's done drying, or at least enough that it'll hold itself. So y'all see that gap. Now the good thing is that I think I can just fill that in with like glue or something. I mean not glue, foam. Sorry. With this little scrap piece I got here. So just make the mark about there. And let me cut that out to the right side. So I'm gonna put this like this. Alrighty. Oh, the paper didn't get cut. Oh, please. Cut the paper. I don't even know what side it's supposed to be. I think it's this side. There we go. I just cut out a shape that's like this. If y'all see, this would just fill it in pretty nice. think upside down it will look better. But upside down I'm gonna have the paper facing out. So let me apply glue onto this. Okay. I apply glue to this right there. And I'm just gonna put it in here like that. Just like that. Y'all see there? And that's just gonna sit right there. I'm gonna trim the ends off a little bit. Trim this. Just like that. And just like that. Might even put a little tape right there. About that big. Oh no, my tape broke. I ripped it. About that big. There we go. So this tape will help it be stronger. There's a little corner here, so put the tape. Alright, y'all see that tape? Tape just like this center line down there. Alrighty, so that's it for this bottom piece. So y'all see the rear end of it's coming together. And I'm gonna drop this servo in there somehow. And also I need to glue this parts together. It's looking a little crooked. Whoa. What is going on? Y'all see that? Hold on. How did this happen? I wonder if I can fix that. If y'all look down the length of this, it's going straight there and then it just crook to the right. What? How did that happen? I don't even know. I think it's because of the little gap that I accidentally made. Oh well, I'll try to fix it somehow later. So, what? How has that happened? Yeah, it's going towards the side that has the smaller side of the wedge. I wonder if I can just somehow bring this around now. That is not moving. This is a disaster. I can't fix that unless I chop all of this. Chop this whole rear section off again. Damn. Dang it. This is not good news. Let me pass this servo cable under this little gap that's here. This is pretty nice. So that I can just drop it in there. And then put a little linkage under for the elevator. So I need to trim off this excess right here. Or actually, I don't know if this is gonna be the elevator. I can't hold it. I dropped my tape. Alright, so I'm just gonna be cutting this little extra I have here. So now I just need to glue this. I'll glue it like this. So y'all see, put glue on that. So now that's gonna hold itself there. Put a little bit of glue here. Nicely done. Now I just need to put the cover, but before I put the cover, I don't think I need to put any reinforcements in here. Cause like, once I put this top part, it'll be like more strong. And also it'll keep it light. So I think I'll just leave it hollow like this. See? All that space in there. Saving weight. And it's still strong enough. I think. So yeah. Just trimmed a little bit of that. So the problem of it going to the right, I mean, it's super little. You can almost not even notice it. If you look at it from the right angle, you can't even notice it. Like, if you're looking at it from here, you can't notice it. Looking at it from there, you can't really notice it. So, and also, I don't think it'll be enough to affect the aerodynamic. So I think I'll just leave it like that. It's fine. It looks kind of weird if you look at it straight on from this angle. A little bit, super little. Anyway, it doesn't even want to move unless I take this wedge out again. Actually, no, not even. Or I think if I cut out a little bit from here and I cut this wedge straight, cut this like that, I could technically push this back in and that will fix the problem. But I don't think this is that huge of a problem that I need to do all that just to fix this. Like, it's less than one angle, one degree angle. I think it's like half a degree or something. So I think I'm gonna just leave it like that. So yeah, that's it for that. Now I'm gonna just put a cover on top of this, so that'll help with the or that will seal off this giant hole that I got here. I'm just trimming off a little bit of this because for some reason it was like a little bit too high. Also this side to make it equal. Alright, this part should be flat also, so I don't think nothing should be too much of a problem there. If y'all see this transition from the fuselage being round to like a corner, that's kind of weird. So I might make something to like smooth that out on all sides. I mean, on the top, not so much. Well, I mean, I haven't put the top on, so. Let me put a bit of tape on this extension connection so it doesn't come apart in the future or during flight. So let me do that. Look at this, a little bit of tape, and just wrap it around here. And this helps so that this won't unplug. And if this unplugs, I'm gonna have to cut the plane open to fix it. So that's not good news. Alright, so now I need to cut out a new piece of foam out of this foam board sheet I got here. so that I can finish the top, cover that up. Probably from there. Oh yeah, look, that's perfect. So let me mark how thick it needs to be. It needs to be about this thick. So get my cardboard sheet out. And I'm gonna measure this in millimeters so it's more precise. It's about 146. So also, how long does it need to be? It needs to be about this long. So from here, I'm gonna measure 146. 146. Right about there. Draw that line. And then draw this line. Now we cut that out. I'm gonna use a ruler to make super straight cut lines. Just like that. And then this last one right here. Boom. This is the cover right there. Super easy, super simple. So this is just gonna go on top right here. Perfectly fits. Now, I don't know why it's sitting so high. Oh yeah, look. If you put it straight with the fuselage, you can see how this is tilted this way. That's kind of funny. And let me take the paper off one side to save weight. So this is a pretty big piece, so taking the paper off will definitely help with saving weight overall. So there we go. I wonder if I can maybe just flex this a little bit. No, that is super rigid. Okay, maybe I will do that modification. Cut off just a little bit of this. So let's see. So it's about this much I need to cut. Well, is it? I think that's too much. Well, technically this should be square with this, so if I move this, if I chop off this amount, that should technically fit it. No? Right, guys? And if it's too much, I can just undo it. I mean, not undo it, whoa. Alright, what is going on now? I can't rip this out because it's glued. So I'm gonna cut just on front of the glue. So, just like that. So I think that should fix it. I don't know. I feel like I messed up. Oh yeah. Wait, no. Let me cut that tape. My blade is not super sharp. Let me cut a new tip. Okay, now it should be sharp. Oh yeah, cut some butter. Alright, so do I need to take out the wedge? I think I do. Taking out the wedge. It's not coming out. There we go. Oh, my mouse stuck to the fuselage. Okay, so we should be able to, do you see this now, guys? Look at this. This is just all wobbly, dangly. So if we close that gap, it should technically become straight again. Oh yeah, it does. So if we look at this, right there will be straight. So let me put a little piece of tape on this. Actually, how about I just glue it? Right? Oh, my glue is not hot anymore. Yeah, no. I need to re-plug in my hot glue gun. So let my hot glue gun heat it up back so I can glue this top piece onto the fuselage, the midsection, and that will, like, I can see how much I need to tilt this back or forward, because I know that this is 90 degrees, so this is straight, this is also straight. So technically, if I put this straight with the fuselage, I just need to make that lined up, and then like it should I should be able to see how much I need to tilt this. You see, it's all floppity, dangly, wiggly. So yeah, let me be back with the heated up hot glue gun, guys. So I got my hot glue gun heated up now there, guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the factory edge. You see how it's like has little ridges? You can tell that's from the factory when they cut the foam board, but I'm gonna put some glue down. Boom, super easy. So I'm gonna do that there, and then like I'm just gonna wait until it dries. So that then I can adjust the tilt of that. Alright guys, as you can see there, the glue has dried. So basically what that means is that I can now re-angle this little rear section. You see, it's like it was like this before, so now I can make it straight. How do I know it's straight? Because this is straight with that. So if I make this straight with that, that means that this is straight with that. So, ooh, well, I almost lost my 9-gram servo. Don't want that falling down there, do we now? Ha ha ha. So let me put a little bit of glue onto here so that this is straight just on this side. That should be enough. So boom. There we go, just like that. Nice and simple. Nothing too crazy. Now I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna hold it a little bit. Alright, so now that I have that nice and dried, you can already see that it's looking much nicer and straighter. Y'all can see, if y'all look down, this nice and straight, not like crooked like this, like it was before. But now that means I need to so that is not moving. Now I need to adjust this. So how am I gonna do this? Seems that it's like I cut this piece too short. What? What is going on? Alright, that's some glue there. But this one's gonna come out a little different. Unfortunately, whoa! I can move it back and forth. This, I don't know what is going on with this side. This side is acting so weird. Oh, well, I'm gonna try to keep it as straight as possible. Just like that. I think it's dry. So, looking at that, it's looking much straighter. But if we look right here, oh no, we got a gap. What is going on? So apparently I cut off too much, but as you can see, the gap is equal now. So that means that this is straight. Or at least it should be. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue right here. Just to make sure it is nice and reinforced. Anyways, now I need to put like a wedge, I guess you could call it, but it's not a wedge because it's not a triangle shape. But I need to put like a spacer, I guess you could call it, in between here, so it'll be filled. So yeah, this is gonna be tricky. So it looks like it's a little less thin than a piece of foam board. So I'm gonna just cut it to what I think it looks like. Looks like about that, I'd say. So that should be a long enough piece. So, well, I cut it a little too thick actually. But there we go. Oh, I made it like a wedge on the wrong way. Alright, this should be better. Nope. It's not working. It's too thick. What am I gonna do? How am I supposed to even cut that even smaller? Let me try to cut something manually. Alright, try this one. Oh yeah, there we go. Let me put a little bit of glue. Alright. Just gonna insert this little wedge, thingy spacer, whatever you wanna call it, into the gap. Now that looks kinda ugly, but from afar it's not that noticeable, I think. Y'all see that? It looks like it has an extra layer here of something. I'm gonna cover that up with a piece of tape to reinforce it, like usual. You can cut this piece of tape a little bit long. I'm gonna have to trim this off. There we go, has a piece of tape now. Reflective, you can easily tell. Press that down real good. There you go. So as you can tell now, this whole straight edge is straight. This is not bent to one side. Looks much better now. But I still need to cut another wedge for the bottom. I think the first one I made will fit. Nope. Maybe this one. I don't even know where this one came from. Nope. Alright, let's cut another one. Cut another one out. So, cut it out of this side. Whoopsies, I kinda started swaying. But this one should fit now. This one should fit. Oh man, I made it too small again. Well, let me cut this. Cut this a little bit. Oopsies, I cut it a lot. Alright, it should fit now. Oh yeah. Oh, not. What? Wow. Oh my goodness, guys, this is getting like super annoying because it's so small. What? Man, guys, I'll be back when I finish this. Alright, so now that I have finished this, I got that little wedge down here all nice and glued and taped up. Looks kind of bad, but it's okay. Got some 45-degree angle cuts to like transition from that curve to the straight 90-degree edge. Both sides looks better like that. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. That was part 3 of building the VTOL RC plane, guys. Based off of V-22 Osprey. So I got basically almost the whole fuselage done. Got the tail elevator servo in there. So next time what I'm going to be doing is the rest of the rear section, the elevator itself, and the rudder fins, probably for part 4. And then on part 5 I'll be doing a nose section most likely, or actually maybe the side pod things that are like this, they go right here for the landing gear to go on. So I'll probably do that and then the nose section. So yeah, stay tuned for those parts. But that's it for today, guys. This is part 3, making the rear section of the fuselage. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you liked the video. Please go watch the other parts and my other videos. And yeah, that's it, guys. Bye, guys.